hello to the nation, Dr. PlayStation Nation here. Talk to you guys over a little bit of a channel update video, talking about a few things. Today we're going to be talking about 1, why I've been uploading a video in the past week, 2, a little bit about the server, MC Warside, and 3, a little bit about, my life, a little bit of stuff I want to talk to you guys about, questions I want from you guys. We're going to finish off the video with that, me asking you guys a couple of questions to ask me questions. So anyway, let's get started. I want to try and finish this video as quickly as possible because I did it just before and I kind of ran over time and it's not fun, and I'm going to let my doggy outside. Here we go outside because it's snowing and it's beautiful and it's pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it's also cold. It's freezing and that's not fun and I don't like it anyway. So, I'm going to try and do this video as quickly as possible, but here we go. So, I'm going to talk pretty much, I don't want this to be an excuse video. I don't want it to be me looking for, forgiveness or, looking for sympathy from people. It's completely my fault, and I'll be the first one to admit that, why I haven't been able to upload videos in the past week. And, I could have fixed that. I could have done something differently, but hindsight's 20/20, and sadly I didn't have the time to, make sure that I could do that anyway. So here we go. To start off this story, I kind of have to go back a couple months. So for those of you who don't know, I'm currently going to Carleton University, which is in Canada, which is why it's snowing outside. And I'm a computer science major. I'm getting my bachelor's in computer science, and I just started first year. So for those of you who don't know, pretty much last year, I told you guys in one of my update videos that I can't afford school, really. The reason why I can't afford school is because of YouTube, because YouTube's been doing very well, and also because I'm getting scholarships. I'm currently getting a certain percentage of my school is being paid for by the government of Ontario, and another percentage is being paid for by the school itself, both of which are due to my high GPA, due to my high average. And, in high school, it wasn't that difficult for me to get a 90 average. In high school, it wasn't, it didn't take me studying, 5 hours a day. Or 5 additional hours a day on top of school in order to maintain that average. So, I just kind of did my thing, went through. Yep, sure, I allocated more time to studying than, probably some other people, but it wasn't that difficult for me. Skip forward to university, and suddenly it's a lot more difficult. Not only am I taking more courses, instead of taking 4 courses in a semester, now I'm taking 5 courses in a semester, but some of them are ones I don't like. For instance, in this 5-course load, pretty much what the huge problem was, I caused an imbalance for myself. Like I said, this is nobody's fault but my own, and I caused this imbalance. Pretty much 3 courses: cognitive sciences, psychology, and calculus. What I did was I favored those courses because I like those. Cognitive science, psychology, calculus. Probably my 3 favorite courses right now. And I favored them and I studied for them more. Whenever it came time to study for my other courses, I pushed those out of the way to do calculus or cognitive sciences or psychology, which ended up making my marks for those courses up here, beyond the point where I needed them to keep my scholarship. So they're even higher than I need them to keep my scholarship. And then the other 2 courses, linear algebra and intro to computer sciences, I didn't like. Linear algebra I didn't like because, it's just a kind of sucky course, and now I'm kind of seeing why it's valuable. It's extremely valuable for computer sciences, but the intro to computer programming, I should have really liked. I'm a computer science major, so intro to computer programming should have been really fun. Sadly, I really didn't like it because the professor for the course decided to pick Python as the language that we were going to use, and if you guys know anything about Python, it's pretty much a language programmed by one guy, and it's not very useful. I was expecting Java, or C++, or C# or VB even, something that relates to a programming language that is used by the industry, and I was really disappointed to find out that we were using Python. And that ended with me being disappointed and not trying in the course, and, putting my efforts elsewhere. And that ended with those 2 courses, my 3 courses being up here, and the other 2 courses being down here, below where I need them to maintain my scholarship. And that means if I can't keep my scholarship, I can't keep going to school, which is not great. It's like probably one of the worst things that can happen. Now, there is a silver lining. This sounds like a really crappy situation, but I'm usually pretty optimistic about things. There is a silver lining, and that is the fact that I realized this before it was too late. Unlike a lot of friends of mine who realized this when it was too late, they couldn't do anything, and now they lost their scholarship. I realized it in time, and that's kind of when you started seeing videos drop off, when I started spending more time, when I started catching up on the things that I hadn't been focusing on. And this past week has been an extreme example of that because I have two 20% tests which I had to do, one of which was on Thursday, and the next one is going to be on Monday, and a big assignment, which I need to do, which I don't know what the exact percentage is, but it's pretty big, and it's due on Monday. So, all of those things happened in between Thursday and Monday, so like this 4-day period. And I realized that, and I started cramming for it last Saturday, started just going through all these things, ensuring that I could do them as good as I possibly could, and it had good results. Thursday I did, I felt like I did really good. Obviously I didn't get the marks back, but I felt like I did really well on that test. Monday, I'm hoping I'm going to do really well. I haven't done, a super amount of studying for the content that's going to be on that test. I've been focusing more on the assignment that's due on Monday, but anyway. But yeah, so that's kind of the situation that I'm in. Hopefully this will end and have a really great happy ending where I keep my scholarship, and that's all great and stuff and words and things, but I don't know. I really don't know what's going to end up happening, and that has been why I'm gone. Now, again, I'm not looking for sympathy, I'm not looking for forgiveness. If you guys would like to forgive me, you guys feel free to comment down below, like, Nick, it's okay, don't worry about it, whatever. But again, the silver lining for me was that I found this out in time and I could fix it. The silver lining for you guys is that this test on Monday is the last test that I have for this semester, aside from finals. So, after Monday, I can make videos again. I'm going to have a lot more spare time. I won't need to be cramming for all these tests to ensure that I do really well. The only thing that I'm going to need to worry about from here on out is pretty much finals. So finals next month, which take place between the 13th and 22nd, I believe. 13th and 22nd, that 10-day period. I'm going to have 5 50% finals, which aren't going to be fun, but at least I won't be going to school during then, so I'm going to have all my time to study, and then any additional time to make YouTube videos. So it's going to be fun. I'm really excited about it. And then after that, I'm on break until the first week of January. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, so that's kind of my good story for you guys. That's the good part. I got to the good part at the end, the bad part at the beginning. But yeah, so that's that part. Now, hopefully you guys are, comment down below about anything you have to say about this. I'm probably going to be reading the comments on this video while I'm studying. Oh, I should probably show you guys. This is pretty much what I've been doing. There we go, hopefully. Let me just check if you guys can actually see this. There we go. So we got my PowerShell here, my Notepad++, and my assignment actually right there. And as you guys can see that, I don't know if you guys could actually read that. Those are all the questions that I have to do for my assignment. Hope you guys can actually see that. There you go. So yeah, so if you guys know anything about computer programming, that has a lot to do with recursion, which is not fun to do in Python because they have this thing called limited recursion depth, and it's not fun. I don't like it. But, well, it's actually kind of fun. I actually like algorithms more so than I liked game development. But anyway, I'll talk about that in a separate video where I talk more about school. But the second thing I want to talk about in this video, it has to do with MC Warside. So for a lot of you guys, you've been asking me about the server, basically like, Nick, what the frack? Why? What's up going on with the server? What's going on with that? What's going on with all this nonsense? Well, we got some good news and we got some bad news. So, good news, server's up. You guys can go check it out. Bad news, the reason why it was gone was because, 1, we needed to update for 1.7.2. 2, we needed to do a lot of stuff with updating Spawn. We had to update the plugins because they were very inefficient the way that they were working. And 3, we had to do some staff reformation. Some people could no longer keep doing what they were doing. Some of the staff that we had just couldn't keep doing it, and we needed to, find replacements for them, and that was a huge problem with, why we were so off track. It was also a problem with that staff who could not, with a certain staff that could not do their job, couldn't continue to do their job, didn't tell me that they couldn't continue doing their job, so it ended up being that, they just didn't do anything for a week, and that's part of the reason why the server was gone for so long. But it's back, so you guys can go check it out. If you guys were one of the people that donated prior and you haven't gotten a donator package of equal or greater value, please message the admin and be like, hey, dude, check my name, this is my username, I donated before, get me a package, and you will be given a package. It's just a simple mistake. It's not like we're trying to screw anybody over here. We really do value our donators. And if you don't get a response there, make sure you personal message me on YouTube or tweet me, and you will get a response, guaranteed. So, anyway. And I'll forward that message to the admin. You should be getting your package. So anyway. So yeah, you guys can go check out that. And finally, iPocket Island on YouTube, @Pocket Island on Twitter. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. Pretty much told me, hey, Nick, when you're doing this update video, because I tweeted out about it, make sure you talk about university. Talk about that, because a lot of people want to know about that. And that's true. A lot of people do. A lot of people, you know, constantly say, "Hey, Nick, talk about university. What university do you go to? How old are you? You know, what are you doing? What program are you doing?" And I mentioned all that sort of stuff. But I want to know what you guys want to know. So comment down below, ask me questions, tweet me on Twitter, ask me questions, and I will reply to them. Twitter is the best option because YouTube comments have been really stupid as of recent. So tweet me them, and I will definitely respond to you. YouTube, I cannot guarantee. So anyway, tweet me them at Dr. PlayStation. There'll be the link in the description. And yeah, so anyway. Hopefully you got, oh, and also, I should probably mention this too, with the server, we are currently being sponsored by Fadost. I haven't mentioned that in a while, but we're sponsored by Fadost. Use the code WARSIDE when you're buying a server from Fadost, and you guys will get 20% off. Forever. But anyway, so yeah, hopefully you guys kind of have enjoyed this vlog. I know it's going on a little bit long, but anyway, I'm the Doctor, and I'm out. Bye!